Hello, my marvellous sausages. The 6th of June 2020 was a massively important day for Destiny 2 because it did something it had never done before. It had a live event. Now, running up to that, we just had the normal seasons and stuff. In fact, this was kind of in season... Well, it wasn't kind of. It was in Season of Arrivals. Now, the reason why this came to my attention was that I had a lovely comment left on one of my videos basically saying that it was nice to see that this had been chronicled. And it pinged my interest into going to watch it. And I was just amazed at how different the game was. And I mean, I was amazed. And it's not necessarily... Well, the systems have changed so much, but it was the hope and it was the expectation and the excitement around the game. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to watch that video and we're going to talk about it as we go through. How does that sound? And before we go, I wanted to come here to the tower, look at the skybox. So it's just nice clouds here now. Back in the day, we had the huge Traveller there, and then we had the Almighty hanging in the sky. There was just so much more going on. It feels like everything's finished now and everyone's got home. That's how it feels like to me at the moment. Anyway, let's watch the vid. So here we are in my homemade cinema. Yes, isn't it convincing? Not at all dodgy in the slightest. Anyway, let's get going. Well, it was June the 6th. It was 6 PM, and I'm going to pause that. Sister's Vengeance, the Almighty hangs in the sky above the last city for now. Make your way to the tower and await Rasputin's countermeasures. So this came flashing on everyone's screen at the same time, telling everybody to get to the tower right now. Which, I don't think, the only other live event we had was the Beyond Light one, I think. So, well... yeah, so that was just exciting in itself. Do you know what I mean? I thought, oh, what's going on? So piled to the tower we did. First time Destiny had ever had a live event. At least that's what we think was going to happen.
Still the same.
And by gum, it did happen. So once you got into the tower, so there we go, look, we can see there now, there's the Almighty coming out of the sun at us, okay? And then we can see, we've got 3 people there sitting around on the top of the little beam there. What I really like, right, oh, get out of the way, you, is that everybody's just trying to get a good vantage point. And everybody's trying to watch. I believe I turned my radar off and my HUD off and all that kind of stuff, just to kind of get, you know, an idea for, get some nice shots from it. Look at the Traveller in the skybox. It's huge. Look how much is going on. It was crazy. And what was really nice was that I could, you know, just sit down with everybody else and watch what unfolded. And then I think it was quite a way into it once we started to see these red streaks in the sky right there. Look at them. So those are a massive barrage of missiles that were coming from Rasputin to take out the Almighty, which was going to, I don't know, annihilate us, I'd imagine. So do you remember we had that public event mission where we all had to shove loads of balls into loads of holes? It was all through Season of the Arrivals and stuff, where we were, oh, was it Season of the Worthy? Going into Season of Worthy. Is it exactly that? I'm trying to remember. Well, anyway, we did all that, and then this directly fed into this, look. And then you can start to see, the missiles coming from loads of different locations. It was excellent. Let's continue to have a listen. Actually going to happen. We had tweets from DMG and stuff like that saying, you know, hold, with a really cool, funny Braveheart meme with Mel Gibson going, hold. Look at it closing on in. It's great, isn't it? It's great. Sorry, I'm taking the sound down on this. I really enjoyed watching it. And everybody was just waiting for it to happen. But what was great about this, right, is that it bonded the community together, I think. And it kind of set a precedent for what we thought the game was going to be. You can see them there, look, now the missiles are starting to hit and you're getting all the tiny explosions all across the main body of it, you know? And that was just so cool. You're just like, woo! Now this went on for quite a while, I believe. Of the Almighty started to get completely engulfed in explosions. And that was the scene for the next few minutes. It got more intense. I got really excited. And then this happened. How cool is that? That's great. That's so cool. I was like, wow. And it's all happening with everybody at the same time all around the place. Do you know what I mean? And then what we've got then, look, we can see the remains of it popping up and then starting to make their ways towards the Earth. Look at it. That was just amazing. I don't know why. I really enjoyed that. It brought loads of folk together, and don't you feel that that's all kind of gone now? I wish they'd followed along that line, because we had the Beyond Light one. I mean, if it's a live service game, that's the kind of thing you want to see more of. I mean, you know, Fortnite did such advanced stuff later on. I think it was a couple of years ago. I think it was lockdown time, where everybody was going through all the new stuff and they started doing the new Lego stuff and all that. But that was like an interactive live event, and they do music and everything. It's crazy. And Destiny kind of felt like it was going to be on that path. But it never materialized. It never materialized. It totally changed. I don't know whether it was too difficult for them to do in the end or what. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it was crazy. Let's continue listening. Very atmospheric. Thanks me from the past. There we go. Everyone, eyes to the sky. Never seen anything like this in Destiny before. It's a great thing, a brilliant idea. Look at all the debris. You can see, look, it's tracking now over. I thought it was going to hit the tower at one point, but no, it veered away and it's heading for the mountain range on the far side. Have some popcorn, see? Very nice indeed. Come on now, let's go and see where it's going, lad. There we go. I haven't changed very much 5 years, still doing the same shtick. Courtyard, where the ships dock, to see where it lands. Listen to them screaming, it's so spooky, it's great. Yeah, and what was cool as well, you can hear people screaming in the city below. It felt like a living, breathing world. I'm going to live stream events. Nah, as we talk. I need to get my setup finished, of course, but once my setup's finished, my goodness, we'd have so much fun live streaming things like this and watching it all together. Right, I'm pausing that there, right. Listen to what I just said there. We're going to have so much fun live streaming things like this and watching it and experiencing it together. I got really excited. I thought that this was the way that the game was going to go, you know? With the Beyond Light. That was another great one. I think I'll have a look at that. I'll do another video on that as well. But it was just fantastic to feel that. And I was imagining everybody live streaming it and, I don't know, everyone enjoying it together. And it's kind of gone. It's kind of gone completely. In fact, the game is feeling more isolated. Anyway, let's carry on and see what happens. It'd be so excited. It'd be so much fun. Everyone talking and laughing and it would be marvellous. Poor naive me. And there we go. Look, he's flagging it in there now. Down you come, lad, now. Down a bit further there. There he is. Laughing at myself. There you go. You're nearly there. There we go. Well done, lad. Nearly there. Now you can release your Armageddonness. Armageddonness. There we are, big explosion, and what was really cool about this, and then you realised, oh my god, there's another explosion. We had a wave coming towards us, look. Shockwave sound again. That's great, let's do it. And that lovely tinnitus. Great, really good. I'm cutting between me now and me back then. So, we had the massive bit of destruction there. But what was amazing about that then, the tower changed after it. Not massively, but it changed. Look, we had huge chunks taken out of it, which is incredible. So it changed, like, visual storytelling, leaving the scars. And then what happened later on, if you went down and had a little look through the actual debris, there was an emblem that you could collect as well, just by having a little nosy around, you know? Which is incredible. It's just, there we are, inspect crash site, and once you did that, then you got that emblem as well, the Ceres Wings emblem. And I totally forgot about how cool all of that was. And there's, you know, there are various other bits of damage here as well. And then Zavala says something.
Almighty has been reduced to smoldering ash thanks to you and Rasputin. Our success serves as a reminder that we're in this fight together.
Thank you, lads.
Allegiances have never been more important. Together, we'll overcome whatever enemy we face. And with allies like Rasputin, who can stop us?
And after he's had his chinwag with you, you've got a bit of screen dialogue stuff that you can read there. And don't forget, you can also go and see Anna Bray, and she's got some new dialogue. Look, there's Anna Bray on Mars, which is worth a read. Then, on your return to orbit, you'll have a a congratulatory message saying, "Well done, you've blown up the Almighty." There we are. Watch what I did there. Next chapter. Oh, hang on. Let me go back. I want to report. I'm going to rewind that a little bit. What did I say? What did I say there? Hang on. I'm going to rewind it. Let's just go back to that bit there. I want to see the next chapter of Destiny 2. Hang on. Press OK. Yeah, hang on a minute. We're nearly there. Join us in the next chapter of Destiny, June the 9th, 2020 at 9 AM. Bungie.net reveal. Woo! So they were revealing Beyond Light there. So, what do you think about that then? Isn't it crazy how much has changed? Isn't it crazy that we don't have anything like that anymore? And I wonder why they decided to pull away from that aspect of it, because like I said, there was just one more thing that they did after that, live event-wise, I believe, and that was it. You know what I mean? There's no... It seems to have gone away from the cohesion of it being one world and one experience, one living, breathing narrative. And unfortunately, I think what the Portal has done is splinter that even further into lists. And I want to go and do that now, bang. Whereas going, you know, back, you could go down to a planet and perhaps... I remember in D1, you just used to have, like, a sudden public events occurring. You didn't even used to know where they used to start. There used to be, like, a public event thing. I know this is nostalgia, but it added to the mystery. And I think what's happening is that they're taking away from the mystery a lot. Like, where's Zer? Just something simple as where is Zer? Why? It was great when he hid around the place. People would get together to go and find him. You know what I mean? And then he'd sell his junk. But it didn't matter because everyone had more fun finding him. Or, you know, mysterious things happening throughout the universe instead of it all being driven through the portal. I think the portal's a great idea for when you just want to get events done. But what, of course, has happened is that they've completely left the director out of it. And in fact, the director now seems completely superfluous when it is really, in fact, kind of like the overarching frame that the world of Destiny is draped over. Yeah, so I thought that was... that was great to watch. And like I say, back in the time, people were going, oh, it's too long. It was great fun, though. And I really liked it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you were there in the tower on that night, June the 6th, 2020. And I believe it was a Saturday, actually, here for me in the UK. So it'll be an early Saturday morning for you guys, particularly in the US. And, of course, all around the world as well. We're multicultural here, you know, in Time Sausages Gaming Channel. Yeah, fantastic. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you'd like see this kind of video again, so I can go and revisit maybe a lot of the old stuff that actually will never be in the game again and is basically gone forever. There we go, folks. Thank you so much for watching this strange one. I really do appreciate it. Oh, yes, and if you've got the ability to hype videos and you enjoy this video, there's a click the hype button to shove me up the rankings a little bit to get my face out there. Now, all I got to do is try to think some kind of name to make people click on the video, and I have no idea what it is. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all again very soon. Sausage? What am I doing in my life?